Hi, this is Jeff Jonas. I'm going to give you a quick little demo here of our prototype tool. It's a QuickView and audit tool. It allows you to look at G2 results. And its main purpose is to allow you to look over what it's done and determine if it's doing a good job or not. So I'm going to start here by clicking this browse button. And we ship this viewer with a little demo data set. It's companies from Venice, California, where I'm sitting right now. I'm going to click that. I'm going to open it. Now, because we've only run one data source through G2 over here called Venice, this report is only going to show us duplicates within Venice. If we had loaded 2 or 3 different sources, there would be more lines here, and we'd see duplicates in each source. And we'd see an extra section right here that would show us how each data source related to each other. I'm going to go ahead and click right here on entities with duplicates. And I can see my screen here needs to be shrunk down a little bit, a little bigger maybe, a little smaller maybe. There we go. All right, so let me give you a little orientation here. You can pick a page number. There's only a few pages here. Only in the smallest of data sets would you ever go through very many pages. Again, it's just meant to give you a chance to take a sample audit. You can get some more detail on each of these rows or less. And so each set here between each of the dark lines is an audit set. This first audit set, we've got a record, company name A2Z. The second record that it has matched it with is A2Z Auto Repair. They have the same address. Phones are different, but I'd say they're the same. Fine. Check that box. And Flower Communications. It's got a zip +4 versus not a zip +4, same phone number. Fine. Now you're really not going to want to have to mark all of these records with a check mark. So let's now just look for ones that maybe don't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, we're going to push this button right here that says it's an error. It should not have resolved them, but that one is fine too. Let's just scan down and see if there's anything interesting. This one here has got a sweet C. This one doesn't. Name looks good. I think that's fine. Blah, 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 blah. Down here it says Suite 205 versus Pound 205. Over here, this one has a street number, this one doesn't. The Blaze Company Public Relations. Phone's good. Yep. You know, if you wanted to research that, you could just mark it like that as a later research item. Doesn't mean it's wrong. It just says maybe you want to go take a look later. Anyway, we'll just zip down here some more. Blah, blah, blah. There's 100 per. Look at this, 4 records have come together all into one. You can see that because it has 3 different records you could exclude from the first record. Let's look at those. Apartment 6, number 6, Avenue number 6, that's all good. This one's South Venice, looking good. This one's kind of got an Avenue 248 in the middle of it. I'd say that's still good. Yep, look, blah, blah, blah. If we did get to any false positives, you know, that would happen because we had checked some of these. It'll turn up at the stats at the top. Of course, those are not false positives. You'll find very few false positives with G2. Well, I don't know, it depends, I guess, what kind of data you load, but I digress. Anyway, hey, check this one out, man. Avenue, and it says number A, and then up here it's 1637A. All looks good. So you get to the bottom, you mark them all. You could go do another page or not. We're going to now just go pick possible duplicates. These are ones where they could be the same, but maybe it needs a human eye. This first record has the same company name. I'm going to shrink this column here just to pull the addresses over. The addresses here are very different. They share a phone number. You know, Snapchat's down here. They've got 5, 6, who knows, 8 buildings. So it doesn't mean it's the same location. This one may be moved. Maybe it would need some research. I've done a whole bunch of Googling on all kinds of these just to see what the real world says about these. But I'll tell you this, if it's really unsure like this, you would just let it sit here and fester. You'd leave it up in this pending category. As more data arrives, it would come to learn what is the truth or closer to the truth. And it would either promote it to a duplicate or demote it to a relationship or do something else. Anyway, so the next one's Beth Springer handbags, 2 different addresses, same phone number. I'm going to just pretend now that it says possible match there. I'm going to click this button here, hover over, should have matched. This is a good match and therefore should have promoted. So I'm going to click that. And here's Bulldog Realtors. Notice here there's 3 records that have all been resolved as 1. It thinks those are 1. It would have been on this other report over here. So all of these records from that entity are now being proposed to be put into this entity as a possible match. They're very different addresses. Could Bulldog Realtors have 2 physical locations? Yes. Are they sharing a phone number? No. It's probably good. So you could demote it to a relationship or let it fester. We'll just demote it for the fun of it. There's checkmate pictures. Anyway, you get the point, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to check this because I really didn't look at them all. No cheating. Ooh, look at that. Subway. They sharing same phone numbers. It realizes even though they've shared the same phone numbers and they both share the same email and www URL, it has still figured out they're different because they're at different physical locations. Pretty good, huh? Okay, one more thing I'll show you. Up here is possible relationships. You wouldn't need to look at these. This is just G2 showing you it remembers that these people or organizations are related by phone numbers or addresses or email addresses. Think of this as like householding. It doesn't mean any of this is like bad news or good news. It just says, hey, they're connected. Look at this. I'm just jumping down here randomly, but we got this Andrew Cheeseman and this something music, same address, same suite, same phone, but totally different names. Perfect. Exactly what it should do. You wouldn't really promote this or demote it. You would let these just live there. Now you'll notice this little exclamation up here. After you've done all your good work with your audit, you might want to save it, maybe come back and do some more audits later. You come up to save, you can export your audit file. You get the idea. That's the way this works. It's a cool little tool. We enhance it every week. We've only been working on it about 45 days. And what is it? It's early March 2017. Okay, thanks.